Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to cover a topic today about weightlifting, right? And if you've seen some of my recent posts, you've seen that like I get frustrated with the charlatans online, like the influencers that I just want to keep you engaged and like look at all these weird things that I do, and then they make it look like you have to do all those things and then you don't know what to do. Okay. I would say that you have to ask yourself a few different things. Okay. What are your goals? You trying to be a world champion? Okay. Maybe you have to do what world champions do. Are you like me? Are you 45 years old and you want to just stay in good shape? Right. Then, your goals are going to look a little different and your exercise program is going to look a little bit different. You're not going to probably lift weights 6 days a week and wrestle and do judo and jujitsu 6 days a week. You probably can't, right? If you have a wife and family, that's going to change things too. I could say wife and family because I know the demographics of my channel is 100% men. At least that's what the algorithm says. Sometimes it says 99.9, then to lose a subscriber. And then, primarily between the ages of like 25 and 50. Okay, so most people on this channel are not trying to be world champions, and that's fine. I like normal people. So I'm not going to give you magic rep ranges. I'm not going to give you magic exercises. I'm not going to do any of that. Okay. Because I don't think that that's as important as what the second part of this is, which is consistency, right? First part's what are your goals, right? And where are you in your life? Second part's consistency. You can't figure out if something's working if you're not consistent. Okay. So if you want to know if what you're doing in the weight room, right, is helpful, then you need to stay consistent and then you need to somehow track your progress, whether that's with however many reps you're getting and all that or whatever. But that can be misleading too, because if you're like counting reps, you may be like, last time I got 10, right? Making this up. Reps don't matter as much. Push yourself, hard. Even if it's 50 reps and the burn is there and all that, that's not bad. I'm telling you, you can get away with doing things like that. Okay, just depends on what your goals are, right? Maybe you're going through an injury and you're recovering from it. You're not trying to lift 5 rep ranges, but 50, it can still do it. It can still help. Okay. Like what were you able to do more? Were you able to bump the weight up a little bit and still do the same rep range, right? And so you got to be a little careful with the counting of the reps because you might do cheating to get it. Okay, so I think primarily what you want to do is you want to make sure that what you're hitting is exhaustion. You don't have to all go to I'm gonna die failure, but like I kind of do. Like yesterday, I did a crazy workout and um, I've been doing more like full body stuff because I'm not trying to gain weight. I'm not trying to do the hypertrophy stuff. Like I did push pull leg stuff for many many years, and I posted some of that stuff with Dom, right, where I would do like high volume push pull legs, right, alternating, right, like just like 3 to 4 days a week lifting weights. Um, but right now because I'm trying to stay at a certain weight for judo, I'm doing like full body and I love it. Like, but I don't love it because it's easy. Oh God, it's definitely not. I felt sick yesterday, but I love it because of what I think I'm getting out of it. And I'm going to stay with it so that I can see what I get out of it. But what I'm finding is that in judo and in jujitsu, that I feel like it's the way I'm lifting feels like I'm getting more judo and jujitsu training in without actually doing it because I can't because I have a wife and family and I don't think my fingers could take it if I did judo and jujitsu every single day for one. And so the weightlifting styles that I'm doing like yesterday, and I'm not going to give you all the exercises because I switch them up constantly, but the basic idea would be to do push and then legs, and then pull, and then legs. So, for example, this is just one example. Doesn't mean you have to stay with it because I change it up all the time. Okay, I'll give you 2 examples so that you have something to go off of. Incline, leg extension. This was yesterday. Chin ups, RDLs, right? Pretty high rep ranges too. And the reason is like I want blood flow. I want burn. Okay. Like, because I want my muscles to be able to work for minutes and minutes and minutes at a time. And so I do this back and forth. And then I do 4 sets of that, sometimes 5. Couldn't do it yesterday. Almost puked. Okay. And it took like 30 something minutes, but it was rough, dude, because I did one circle through. Right. That's all 4 exercises. And then I did it 4 times. Right. And I felt sick. Mission accomplished. Okay. And so It doesn't, don't get hung up on, was it in the 8 to 12 rep range, whatever. No, like, man, I was like in the 20 something rep range, like for real. Like, and it was because I wanted like to burn, burn, burn. That's kind of where I'm at right now, right? And it'll drop, trust me, like it dropped. Like my first freaking set is like 25 freaking reps on incline. And then like by the end, I think I was getting 16 or 17. And then like, even higher on legs. So RDLs and leg extension, like I usually do those higher because I can't really lift heavy with my I don't want to do heavy weight with like leg extension just because I want to keep my knee safe, but I still want to burn those legs. I still want that burn because I know that it's important because my muscles burn when I'm doing jujitsu for a long time. I have done heavier weights for much of my life, and found that useful too. This is just what I'm currently doing. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not trying to, please don't tell me your whole scientific method for everything. Okay, what I'm just trying to do is just tell you that you can try different things, but you just need to be consistent with them. I'm currently finding that I like this a lot. I think that it puts a lot of blood into my muscles. I think that it increases my vascularity so that my muscles can get the waste out. Okay. I really do. I find that when I'm doing judo and stuff, like I'm like, man, like I'm being able to randori for like a long time and really feel like it because I feel like when I'm doing the weightlifting, because it takes minutes to go through that, right? Like I said, it took for 4 sets, it took me 30 minutes to do 4 exercises 4 times through. So you do the math on that, like I'm not resting that much. And because the rep ranges are high and they're not horrible, right? I'm not like right. I mean, like when I'm doing chin-ups, I'm doing them well, right? I'm doing these things well, but I am keeping it moving because I want to go from one thing to another thing to another thing without resting. And anyway, just an example. You've seen some of the other stuff that I've done, but I think like, when people ask me questions about these things, they want to know like what what should they be doing? And I'm like, I think that you should try something. Like there are so many things out there, right? Like try push pull legs stuff, right? Like my magic number usually like my roundabout number, right? Is I do like 2 exercises and I do like 5 sets of each exercise for that kind of stuff after a warm up. I did that for a long, long time. I put on muscle that way, right? But I'm not trying to get heavy anymore. So so I'm just trying to maintain it and stay in good shape. And I'll let you know if it continues to work for me. Maybe it wouldn't work for you. Maybe you have different fiber types, all of that kind of stuff, right? That's why this topic is so heavily debated online. But I'm in pretty good shape for a 45-year-old guy. So, um, maybe what works for me doesn't work for you. But I've found that in my life that I've seen benefits from heavier stuff. Never really liked really, 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 really heavy stuff, but um, I mean heavy, not the actual weight number, but heavy in terms of like low reps. I never really felt like it helped me as much for grappling, just because like the nature of our sport is that you're not gonna like just max out and like be done in 10 seconds. Like you have to be in it for minutes, right? So there's an endurance piece that goes along with it. So anyway, that's what I'm currently doing. Stay consistent, right? Don't worry about the diet change either right away. If you change too many things, you don't know what's going on, right? And then, keep a notebook. I write every single thing down. I happen to like my phone, like I put it in a note section so I know what I did for the last time so that when I go back, I, have goals and stuff to try to do more or whatever. And yeah, stay consistent and see if it helps you. That's all I got. Um, good luck.